All right, good morning. It is a cold and rainy day down here in the Great Smoky Mountains, and it is April 21st. I'm gonna head out and do some backpacking, some camping, see what I can see. Camp down here at Mingus Mill. So I think the rain's supposed to stop later this morning, and the rest of the week looks pretty good. So let's go see what we can see.
Rocks are a little slippery.
All right, currently on the Mingus Creek Trail, about a few miles in, so I should be getting to the top here soon and meeting up with the Newfound Gap Trail. That's the trail I'll be hopping on next. I've done this little portion before on the Mountains to Sea Trail trip. This is part of the this trail is part of the Mountains to Sea Trail. So, but yeah, I got in late last night with the Cherokee. Had a great sandwich and some beers at the Native Brews down there in Cherokee, North Carolina, and finished it off by watching some elk out in the field near the kind of lofty visitor center under almost full moon. So that was pretty neat. And then the rain moved in around midnight, and it seems to be letting up a little bit, but starting to head up. So I'm gonna put this away and take a nice little break up at the trail intersection up here. All right, I made it to the top. Nice little 3-mile climb to get the day started. So next I'm gonna hop on the Newfound Gap Trail and be heading down that way. So I'll be heading down now, which is nice. But in the meantime, I am going to take a little break up here, grab some food. I came up that trail. So yeah, it's a little foggy. It looks like the sun's starting to come out and burn this stuff off. So we'll see what happens. That's the trail right behind me. Got to walk through that. It's nice and cold. We're kind of down in this lower valley now following this creek. So it's still a little damp and bushy. Nice hike though, lots of trillium route. It's probably like what I've been seeing the most of. Wet shoes, socks. Here we go. Guys, there's a bridge. Thank you, whoever put this here. Sometimes the bridges though can be a little adventurous. They're easily slick. It's got some moss on it to give it some grip. Good deal. And then fighting through some more bushes. This is the trail. Wow. Little maintenance maybe. This will be nastier in a month or two. Oh boy. Oh, okay, there's clearing. All right, hooray, made it to the top of the Deep Low Gap. I'm gonna do that other section of Deep Low, I think on the third day. But right now I'm gonna hit on the Thomas Divide Trail. I'm gonna hike that all the way to the end, the trailhead, and then double back because there's like a mile, you know, that I have to get. So then I'll hop on Stone Pile Gap Trail and head over towards my campsite. Yeah, Deep Low Gap, that section was kind of adventurous. A lot of hiking in creek beds, overgrown. The waterfall was a pleasant surprise. I didn't know I was going to see that, so that was really amazing. I sat there for a while and enjoyed that. So weather looks like it's improving a little bit, so we'll see what happens. It's about 12:30. The fog is getting thick up here. Lord. Rain's kind of subsided a little bit though, so that's a bonus. Been seeing lots of wild pig evidence. There's been wallows and a lot of little pig tracks in the mud, so keeping my eyes open. It's still on the Thomas Divide Trail. Kind of dumped me out on this Forest Service road, which is still the Thomas Divide Trail. So heading down to the end of the trail here. Also, it looks like I've back beneath the fog and the clouds, so I've been gradually going down. So that makes sense. So unless I see anything cool, I will just check in with you when I get to the end of this trail, and then I'm gonna have to turn around, do another mile back track, and then I'm gonna get on what's called Stone Pile Gap and head over towards, get a little closer to my campsite for the night. All right, I made it down to the end of the Thomas Divide Trail here on, I think this is called Tom Branch Road. Not much action going on here. And so I'm gonna turn around and double back 1.1 to Stone Pile Gap Trail and hop on that and head down towards the Deep Creek area. Whee! All right, down Stone Pile Gap Trail. I'm gonna hop on this little, it's called Loop Trail, and it's gonna just take me over this little ridge down to Deep Creek, and that's where my campsite is, so not too much further. Took a little side detour down to see Indian Creek Falls, which was really awesome. That's what you just saw. So yeah, sat down there for a while and enjoyed it, and the sun's finally starting to pop out and some blue skies, so things are looking up. Oh yeah, look at that, the sun. So psyched. It's amazing how the sun can just change your attitude. Got about 1.5 miles to camp. This is a great little, the loop trail is really short, but it's very pretty and well maintained. So be at Deep Creek here in a minute. All right, made it to camp, only one here. Yeah, I got my hammock set up. I got all the comfy stuff, the underquilt, top quilt, drying my socks out. There's the view that I have, Deep Creek, beautiful. And getting ready to cook some hot food. I think I'm gonna have some pasta tonight, you know, something warm, get me warm inside. And I got my cozies on because I think it's gonna drop to the 30s tonight. And I'm sure the creek's not gonna help out a whole lot with keeping the temperature not low. So ready to settle in. I'm gonna eat, brush my teeth, do the chores, hang my food bag on the bear cable, and probably go to bed. Left camp. Nice stay last night at campsite 60. Headed all to myself. It was beautiful. Good night's rest. And today, a little brisk, but I'm planning on hiking up to the Nolan Divide Trail, which is about 11 mile all uphill trail, and stay at Mount Collins Shelter tonight. So gonna do a little bit more of this Deep Creek Trail, and there's one called Deep Creek Horse Trail, and I think a waterfall trail near there, but off to a good start. Hopefully it'll warm up. I see the sun starting to peek over the hills, so. All right, right, gonna hop on the Deep Creek Horse Trail. Don't have a horse, but this is one of the hiking trails that's listed to get all the trails with Smoky, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Go down and check out Junie Wank Falls. So giddy up. All right, made it down to the Nolan Divide Trail. Had to run up and down all these little side connector trails just to make sure I got everything. So it's been a busy morning so far. It's about 9:45 and it is heating up fast, which I'm enjoying. So I believe it's like 11.5 miles on the Nolan Divide up to Klingman's Dome Road. So it's gonna be a long climb, but I'm just gonna take my time and enjoy it.
Is there a waterfall?
Oh, still climbing. Climb's brutal. I'm about 3.5, 4 miles up maybe. There's supposed to be a good overlook up here where I'm planning on having lunch. And it's gotten significantly cooler up here, so I know I'm getting higher in elevation. Have to stop about every 5 minutes and just catch my breath, hike, stop, hike. And this is the flattest it's been, of course. All right. Hopefully that overlook's cool because I want to sit up there for a while and eat a bunch of food, chug a bunch of water. We are getting up there. Woo. There's a nice sunny spot right over there. I'm gonna have lunch. This is a great little section of trail through here. Just ridge running, exposed. Loving it. Still going up though. Oh boy. awesome. I'm on this ridge and there's views on that side. Amazing. Made the short little side trip up to, this is called Lonesome Pine Overlook. So this is actually what I was looking for earlier, but that spot ended up being really nice for lunch. So hello. Still heading up Nolan Divide Trail. Man, this trail does not let up. I mean, I can go ahead and say it right now. It's probably one of the hardest trails I've done in the Smokies. Of course, I'm going up it, but poor planning on my part. I'd go down it next time, but it's well maintained. Beautiful trail, just hard. And I just passed the intersection down there, so I have like 3.5 miles to the top, Clingman's Dome Road. So I'm just gonna take my time. It's about 3 o'clock. Took a nice little 15-minute break down there, chugged a bunch of water and ate. So slow and steady. At least it's not raining. Yep, you know you're getting high in elevation when the forest starts looking like this. Ooh. Beautiful though. I think I got about 1.5 miles to the top, and boy am I looking forward to it. Holy crap. I made it. Epic, epic. I will never go up Nolan Divide again. Lesson learned. That was an all-day affair. Kicked my butt. And I still have a little bit of road walking to do. And then get on the AT and go to Mount Collins. That's where I'll be staying the night. And it is chilly up here. Breezy. Above 6,000 feet. So I'm glad that is over. That's how cold it is up here. All right, good morning and happy Earth Day. Yeah, I stayed in the Mount Collins shelter last night. When I pulled up, there was probably about 25 or 30, I'm not even kidding, thru hikers. So that was the thru hiker bubble, and I just happened to end up at the same place they did last night. And yeah, it's kind of wild sleeping in a shelter with a bunch of people. There's a lot of people getting up all night, going to the bathroom, snoring, farting. One guy was, I guess, having a nightmare, which was kind of interesting. And yeah, and then some couple of people, first time I seen that, were trying to hang their backpack on the bear cable and broke the cable. So it was kind of entertaining. A lot of ukulele playing and hacky sacking. So it was weird because the first 2 days I didn't see anybody, and then I roll up to that. But I'll be on the AT for about 4.5 miles, hit Newfound Gap, do just a little bit of road walking, and then jump on Deep Creek Trail. So I was one of the first ones out of the shelter. So despite all the craziness, I actually got some good sleep. So let's go. All right, so we're coming up on something that I remember even back to when I through hiked the AT 20 something years ago. This little hog gate. So this is to keep the wild pigs out of a certain area and for hikers to go around. So just up and over. And you're gonna have to pause that if you want to read it. But made it to the craziness of Newfound Gap. And take a break here and head on down Deep Creek. I'm gonna be heading down that road a little bit and then over into that valley somewhere. Made it to the top of the Deep Creek Trail. I have not done this top part, the 3.9 down the Fork Ridge, so looking forward to that. Had a nice little road walk. I'm gonna take a break, chug some water, and it'll be going down today. There will be some ups. It's the Smokies, so it's starting to warm up, and looking forward to getting on Deep Creek Trail. Heading down the old Deep Creek Trail. Yeah, my legs have been giving me trouble this whole trip, so it's kind of fighting through it. Thank goodness for vitamin I. Seems to help it out a little bit. So just to, I'll let you know that I've been in a little bit of pain hiking this trip, but there's been a lot of steep ups and downs, and I think my legs are just basically telling me no bueno, but still got a little while to go. A lot of switchbacks at the top of here. That is the trail. Oh, really tricky. On the Martin's Gap Trail now, I hopped off of Deep Creek. I was on there for about 8 miles, and I'm gonna go up 1.5 Martin's Gap and down the other side to around where my campsite is. Yeah, I'm gonna take this little shortcut because I'm hurting. My legs are hurting. I don't know if it's dehydration or what, but I just need to get to camp and chug a bunch of water and eat and just pick my feet up. I think I overdid it the first 2 days, but who knows. Yeah, Deep Creek Trail was amazing. Just walking along the creek almost the whole way. a lot of wildflowers and butterflies. It was great. I really enjoyed it, and I took a lot of breaks along the creek and just took my time because I knew I was cutting my day short, so it was worth it. So I'm heading up now to the gap and then down to my campsite. And it was ripping down there. Point for the camp, number 51. I am ready for it. Here's the little buddies. I mean, it's time to get up. My little alarm clock. I'm heading up the Deep Low Gap trail. I was up and on the trail by 7:15, so happy with that start. Only went to camp last night, had a really great sleep, a lot of owls all night, and there was a full moon. So I didn't put the rain tarp on. It's always a risk when you're camping in the Smokies not to put it on, but I've been burned a couple times doing that, but it paid off. So I'm heading up to the Thomas Divide Trail, and I'll take a break at that intersection. I'll see you up there. Okay, made it to the top of the Deep Low Gap Trail and connected back up with the Thomas Divide Trail. The first day, I came up that trail, then I took a left and went up Thomas Divide that way. This morning, I came up that trail, and I'm gonna go up the Thomas Divide Trail that way. So I'm gonna try to hike the Thomas Divide Trail all the way to the end. Hopefully it's not as crazy as the Nolan Divide. I know it's shorter, but we'll see. Hey buddy, you gonna let me get up the trail? These two meet up and then start hiking up. Go meet up with your buddy. Beautiful. About a mile and a half, 2 miles up the Thomas Divide, and it started raining. Hopefully it won't last too long. It's just a light rain. But yeah, it's been up so far, which I expected though. Grade hasn't been too bad. All right, heading to the Kanadi Fork intersection now, and the mileage looks like it just rotted off or something. So I think it's about 2.4 miles to there, and I think that's where I'm gonna have my lunch. So it is very cold and rainy and overcast. All right, down the old Kanadi Fork Trail. I am not going to do the top half of Thomas Divide this trip. My legs, I don't know how much longer I can last. I'm actually supposed to stay at Kephart Shelter, so I might get down to Newfound Gap Road and hitch back to the truck. It's very painful. It comes and goes, like, but I just don't want to chance it. All right, getting down towards the end of the Kanadi Fork Trail. Very pretty trail. Lots of flowers. Very steep going down, so you know, going up it would be hard, but I'm heading down it. It's a pretty cruiser. So I'm gonna get, my plan is to get down to the road and try to hitch, see if my pretty face can get me a ride down to my truck, which, or else a 10-mile road walk. So I'll probably just stick with the original plan. But yeah, there's a sharp pain in my right like groin area that's like every once in a while. It seems like on the uphills I take a step, I just have to stop in my tracks. It really hurts. So I'm just gonna have to tend to that and just listen to my body. As I get older and I hike alone, I gotta just be a little more cautious. So, but see you down at the road unless I see something cool. So I did get a hitch. Some nice guy from New York. I got to hop in the back of his pickup truck and cruise on down these windy roads down here. He did fly past where I told him to drop me off, which is Mingus Mill, and then I ended up down here in Cherokee, which is fine because actually I need to check off the kind of lofty river trail, which is a mile back towards my truck, and I'm just gonna hike that back to the visitor center, and then it's a real short hike back to the truck after that, so it works out pretty good. And it looked like there's some elk out, so let's go see what we can see.
Crossing under the Blue Ridge Parkway. I've done a little bit of this kind of lofty on the other side. It's part of the Mountains of Sea Trail segment 1 with Michael. So this next section I've done before, but that's okay. It's an easy, pretty walk right along the river with a good chance to see it.
There's some elk, but they're all bedded down back there.
There's the old truck. Made it.